Hi, guys. I'm so sorry about that. I am back. Just waiting for everybody to come back on. Hopefully, everybody does come back on. Oops. All right. So I'm just going to continue chatting with you guys that are listening, or those of you that will be coming back to listen. Um, was experiencing some technical difficulties, but as I was saying, yeah, this is whole crazy with the vaccine. I will not get the vaccine, as we're talking about. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to get the vaccine at all, and I don't recommend it. I also wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing some readings now. So if you want a reading and you want to donate, there is a little $ on the bottom. You can donate there. Or you can also donate to Venmo. I have Venmo. It's at Celebrity Psychic Medium Ray. Or sorry, it's at Psychic Medium Ray. But my email is at Celebrity Psychic Medium Ray at gmail.com. So if you are wanting a reading, you can just comment to general and we're going to get into it. I'm going to do that for about 30 minutes. Yeah, about 30 to 40 minutes. And then I'll be done with the live, but we'll get through it. And I'll be doing lives like every week, like I said, during this whole quarantine. Excuse me, just so that, I can have that connection with you guys that are here. But as far as the vaccines, yeah, I'm not going to get that like we're talking about. That is crazy. All right. So I think I only have 23 people. I can only see 23. All that in a bag of cherries. I love your card deck. Every time I ask about my future partner, the dependencies card comes out. Does that mean he will have bad habits? Okay. I'm going to pull from my Rider Waite. I will be using my deck too and see what comes out for you. That's for all. Excuse me, all of that and a bag of chips. I'm burping for some reason. That's crazy. All right, so okay. Let me before I even start pulling cards, let me just say that if you get the dependency card with my deck, this is my deck, guys. I sell it on my website for those of you that are not sure what is the deck. These are 41 cards that I have here that I illustrated with the help of an illustrator. I actually designed them. Like, I'm an artist myself in my pastime. But I got these cards created, and every card is very specific. When you get the dependencies card, it doesn't mean that somebody has a drug addiction necessarily or a substance abuse issue, and it just means that there is something that's repetitive. It could be in you or the person that you're asking about. It could be, that there is something that is kind of like addictive. Maybe they spend too much time on social media. Maybe they, overindulge in food. Maybe they just are not motivated to do work around the house and they sit on the couch all day watching Netflix or playing video games. Maybe this is somebody, depending on who you're asking. So, but I'm going to ask a spirit for all that and a bag of chips. Let me take my selenite wand and I tap it 3 times. All right, let's get to it. So I have 34 people. Where did my whole audience go? I scared them away, or maybe they weren't notified again. All right, so I got here the 3 of Pentacles. When I'm looking at this card, it's like some kind of training that, or some kind of, I feel like this is more around money. Some kind of training that one of you may be going through. The Hermit card came up. When the Hermit card comes up, it almost feels like you would be feeling alone at times. So maybe the actual dependencies is maybe also stating that maybe one of you is codependent on the other for their affection, for their time. Maybe you're not getting that, even though you're in a relationship. You feel kind of like this person is not responding to you or giving you that attention. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is like going towards your goals. This is a suite of communication when we see wands. So I feel like, things are going to be changing. I feel like if you both can communicate, I feel like it's basically my card deck that you pull that card for is basically saying that there could be some codependencies that's going on. And I know that the card doesn't say codependencies, but that's the whole card, like what it means. That is so weird that a lot of you guys, I hope that helps you. Thank you so much. That is so weird that you guys were not notified at all. That is crazy. Artistic mom, I'm not calling you out, hun. All right, so yin and yin. Okay, let me just pull out some cards for you. I hate that YouTube does that you cannot be notified for whatever reason. Hi, everybody. Sorry about the technical issues earlier. Okay, yin and yin, let's get into it. Guys, if you want a general reading, just go ahead and comment. Okay, I have 50 people on. Come on, everybody. Come on. Look for this live again. Brienne, girl, your birthday's this month. So let me see. Are you an Aries? Or no, not Aries. Are you a Taurus? I'm trying to remember. Brienne. Right. Okay, Yinny. I'm pulling some cards. Aries, yeah. Okay, Yinny. I have here the Chariot card. So the Chariot is all about movement. I'm feeling like right now, I feel like you feel like you're trapped in a situation. Of course, with the quarantine, I think a lot of people feel trapped. That's like the general energy. But I feel like you're going to be moving forward in the month of May with a lot of things that you have down the pipeline, wanting to get it going. Taurus. And then I see here, let's see. That card, the 8 of Pentacles. So with that, for me, it's somebody that's working hard. Again, you're going to be very focused on your work, on your career, on your finances. And then you got this one, 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles for me, that represents someone that is kind of like trying to find balance in their life and where and who to give that to completely. So I hope that helps you. And that's for Yin Yin. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, Brienne, you asked about your birthday, if there's any rituals that you can do. Girl, there's tons of rituals that you could do. There's a tons of kind of candle magic that you could get into to celebrate the new year. It just depends on what area that you want to have like your focus on, whether it's your love life or your abundance. Like for me, when I tune into you, I feel like you would be focused a lot on your finances and career, but you're very young. So like, you could work with a bunch of citrine tumbled stones, put them all around a plate, and then get like an orange candle or a gold candle, one of those two colors, and then address the candle with my oils or somebody else's oils. I sell the Dulce Amor and then also the banishing oil. You probably want to use the Dulce Amor to attract love, the love of what you want into your life, not necessarily your love like a person, but whatever you love, money, whatever it is, you can use that, or you can use like a money drawing oil and, then sprinkle some herbs on it, what we call dressing up your candle, because the candles are naked without any herbs or, oils on them. A lot of times, unless you get a fixed candle, and you can get like a fixed money drawing candle. There's a lot of places online. My favorite, Botanica, is closed right now. It's in the Bronx, New York. It's called Original Botanica. And I'm so sad because I wanted to buy some candles during this quarantine and I couldn't buy any. A lot of my spiritual places are closing down. I'm like, oh, I hate it. So I've been going to the House of Intuition online. House of Intuition is a great place to get candles that are fully dressed. They come with crystals. Hi, James. I hope everybody is doing well in the Bronx. But I love the original Botanica. It's an online place that I get all my candles from in New York City. I just love it. Like that's my go-to place, and now it's shut. So you can go there. There's also 13 Moons online. I don't know. I haven't been to their website in a while. They're really, really good. So, but the original Botanica, the reason that I like them is because they're very cheap. But when I say cheap, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean they're very cost effective, and it's not like they have jacked up the prices sky high like a lot of other shops have. $29 for a candle. That's like insane. And I'm not throwing any shade on people, but like a 7-day candle, basically you get it at a store for like $7. And then people go and dress it up with herbs and oils when you can do that yourself and save your own money. But a lot of times I like to buy my candles from the original Botanica because they already come prepared or fixed. But yeah, a lot of people will sell them completely. But then also going back to you, I'm going off on a tangent, sorry. Brienne, then you can get like a little sheet of parchment paper or any kind of paper and then write what we call a petition of what you want to manifest for 2020, for the remainder of your birth year, for the next 12 months. What is it that you want to focus on? She says, I love money. I was going to buy some gold candles, but I stocked up before my local shop closed. Girl, you're so lucky. I wish I would have done that. Like I have tons of candles here. I have a lot of candles, but you can see some in the background. That shelf in the back, the second shelf is like full of candles, but they're all like Bath and Body Work candles. I'm like, girl, what can I do with Bath and Body Works? Plus, I don't like burning their candles too much. Not that I have anything against them, but I suffer from upper respiratory issues. So James is like, it's 3 blocks away from you. Oh my God. Let me know, James. Email me, please, if you're still listening. Email me at or DM me if you have Instagram. DM me when you know that they're open up again. I hope that they reopen. I really do. That's the whole thing with this whole coronavirus that really scares me on many levels, is the fact that I don't know. Excuse me. I should be coughing into practicing this, coughing into my arm. Letting what was I saying? That's the whole thing about like the uncertainty of a lot of these, my favorite shops, a lot of your favorite shops, and why we need to support small businesses right now instead of buying everything online off of Amazon, is supporting our local businesses, because right now a lot of businesses are suffering. They're closing or they're closed, and a lot of them may not come back. They may not. That's the grim reality. And if they do come back, it may be a long time, because you have to think about if those places had employees and it wasn't just like 2 people shop, their employees are now on unemployment probably, and they may not want to come back to that shop. So there's just so much uncertainty, especially like in places like in New York City, and even in like bigger metropolitan areas like Houston and Los Angeles. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So yeah, Etsy. Oh yes. Oh, my friend, what is the name of it's Bless Moon Creations. I had posted her. If you go to Bless Moon Creations on Etsy, my friend Tori, she's from Wisconsin, and she makes amazing candles that are scented, but they're figurine candles. They're not 7-day candles, but she probably can do those too. So I ordered some from her. And then I have here, let me see. Oops. Can you see this? This is from the House of Intuition. This is for obstacle removers. They have a lot of quality products. They actually are scented. I think this one comes with dragon's blood, scented with that. It smells so darn good. Like, I just love smelling them. I recognize that scent. I think it has like patchouli and other Palo Santo. It says, oh yeah, duh. It says it pairs well with dragon's blood, resin, Palo Santo, essential spray. And I bought that one. Sorry. Then I have a money candle from them. So I'm not like completely out, but I like to stock up on stuff. And these retail for, I believe I paid $18 for them. This is a Love Come to Me candle. Yes, Ray's looking for the right person. So I get into the Brienne's eyes light up. Yeah. Oh, this one is my favorite. The love candle is my favorite. When I smell it, it smells like cotton candy. It smells like something sweet. If you've ever bought this candle, you will love the scent of it. It's very strong. It smells like an ocean. For those of you that love Yankee candles and that, what is the one? Pink Sands or something like that. That pink one that from Yankee Candles. If you ever have bought Yankee candles, this is what it smells like. It smells so darn good. So again, you can find candles, and you can, like Brienne, you don't have to go to a Botanica to get a candle. You can basically go to your store and work with something very, local that you may have, like a simple wax candle or a tapered candle. That's the thing that I want you guys to understand. You don't have to buy things in a glass. They can be tapered candles. They can even be, look, let me show you. You see this bag? 25 tea light candles. They're vanilla scented. Tea light. You'd be surprised how inexpensive this is like $5 for a bag of 25. You can use tea lights for spells, for magic, for anything that you want to do. It doesn't have to be for praying. It doesn't have to be a big old ass candle, It can be something so small. So just make do with what you have. Somebody says, I think they have that same Mickey Mouse. I'm a big fan of Mickey Mouse and the Disney characters, but I really always, as a little boy, loved a Mickey Mouse. So that was given to me. And then some of the teddy bears, I have them there in the background, along with some crowns that I've wore for my birthdays in the past years. I know that my background could be a little bit more, I'm like a little bit of a hoarder here and there. All right, so let's get back to it. Doll J for Josh, you actually donated. So let me get back to it. What do you see for the remainder of 2020? Okay, this is for Doll J for Josh. Miranda, of course you may get a card pulled for you. Imani Omar Ali, please, I need a general reading. Birthday May 25th. Girl, mine's May 26th. We are both Geminis. Armelia Barbosa, hello from Europe, from Holland. Hi, all of my Europeans, all of my British people, my Norwegians, Switzerland's, Swiss people. I don't know. Everybody. I have people from all over the world. My rays of light. I'm just so grateful. Okay, Doll Jane for Josh. So, something tells me is that right now you're struggling, like with this whole quarantine. Josh, you may have had some plans for yourself, things that you wanted to do this summer. I know a lot of people are pissed off that Coachella is not happening, but I'm not talking about you, Josh, but just in general. But I do get with the Hermit card, it did pop up again. Go figure. The Hermit card is like someone that is in their solitude, which is like what a lot of us are doing right now if you're working from home or you're quarantining. I also get with the Fool card that you need to take a chance. It's like you are kind of, there could be some fears that you're holding on to for the remainder of 2020. Excuse me. Things that you want to maybe do or achieve. And so there's some fear behind this. And I feel like it's maybe like fear or uncertainty of what, like because of the quarantine, because of Corona, because Miss Rona, she just screwed up everything for everybody. So then we have here the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is like resting. And again, I feel like Spirit is saying for you to take this time, even though you may not like this quarantine or being, in this mode. Enjoy it for right now because you won't have that later on in the year. Okay, the latter part of your year, Josh, is going to be very busy. I got the Judgment card, so there may be something that you're going to be facing with a group of people that may be in your life that are very just like low vibrations. This could be people in your family. It could be friends, it could be in your work. Pay attention to that. The Knight of Wands, again, a lot of communication, a lot of good things coming towards you when it comes to like your goals and things that you're pursuing. I definitely feel like there may be some traveling for you after all this is said and done, maybe some planning places that you want to go. And then let's see here, which is this? The Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles comes up. As you can see, it's somebody that's kind of worked very hard, still working very hard, is looking at their money. So there's something again about your career and looking at that and maybe making some changes later on this year going into 2021, if not in 2021 completely. But overall, I mean, this is not bad what I pulled for you. I feel like it's good. It's just like Spirit is telling you that, you know, be prepared to enjoy right now, because later on in the year, I think for many of us, as we go back into our jobs and go back looking in the workforce for a job, a lot of people are not going to feel, you know, good about it because they were kind of, this is the thing that I haven't said about everything that's going on with the virus, is that I feel like what is going to happen is that a lot of people are going to be receiving unemployment. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and get something. I'll be right back to, I'm going to block the screen because I don't want everybody seeing everything in here. You know, not that I have anything to hide, but I like my little space here. So I'm going to be right back. Okay. Okay, so I have this thing about computers and cameras on computers. I know that I may sound kind of paranoid or what workspace or in my online. I cover my little camera hole thingy because my computer's always on, and people have been known to remotely dial in. It's been thought that the government can do that. So, for my safety, I do that. I don't know if any about you, but you need to like, because you'd be surprised. Shane Dawson, which is another YouTuber here, has actually talked about this. He's spoken about this. Like, there's cameras everywhere. You're being watched 24/7. Thanks, Josh. People that rent Airbnbs, you need to be very careful if you go to an Airbnb, because they found out that some people were being filmed in the restroom. There was cameras that you could not see. They were not like cameras that you see up on the top. They were like watches and clocks and things that like accessories there in the bathroom, like dispensers that actually had cameras on them. So if you have like a baby monitor, you know, and you don't have a baby, you know, in that room, or, you know, it's turned off because the baby is in your room and you have a monitor, you may not want to have that on, or actually like you may want to take a little piece of tape and cover it. I'm just giving you a heads up because trust me, when you think that you're alone and that nobody's watching, you'd be surprised. They're not going to talk about it. Trust me. I think it was the ones that were hacked on those cameras, security cameras, was the Nest. I think it was Nest. I don't want to like throw any brand under the bus, but I believe it was the Nest ones. I'm not sure. But yeah, but you should always cover your camera. Brienne says, I was cleaning my photo gallery on my phone earlier and I took screenshots of my daily tarot. The Hermit came up so much. Okay. Yes. So that's validation for you. I also wanted to say about that, like Facebook and all these programs, guys, listen well. I'm not a conspiracy theorist when I'm telling you this. I'm looking you straight in the eye from my computer. They are watching you. Let me give you an example. So freaky. I went, I think it was today. I ordered something from an online. It was very cheap. It was something, I can't remember what I ordered, but I ordered it. Or I looked at it. No, I didn't even order it. I just looked at it on the internet using a Safari browser on my iPhone. Look at my iPhone case. It's got Swarovski. It's got the evil eye. I'm all glitzy. And then I'm done looking at it. And then I go into my Instagram feed. And on the Instagram feed, lo and behold, what is it? What is there? Exactly at the item that I was looking at on Safari. And then if you go to Facebook and you go, is anybody else seeing that? And you go through the ads and you scroll up and the product that you were looking for is there too. They are following you like everything. You're being tracked 24/7 on social media. That's why, like on conversations and things like that, I'm very careful with what I say, because even those things are monitored. We have no privacy. Like you have no privacy. That's cookies. That's cookies, honey, and that's invasion of privacy. Like it used to not be like that. The targeted advertising and all of that, it used to not be like that. We would have our own privacy, and if they tracked it, they didn't really like show us that they were tracking. But now they're doing that. It's crazy. I hate it. I hate it. I really do. So I'm like, what if I'm buying a pair of underwear or I'm buying something personal? What business is it of the internet, of, Facebook and Instagram and all these sites to know my business? That's like private. Like, I don't want people knowing what I'm shopping for. I only want to know myself, and be happy that when I get that tracking number in my email. But I'm like, they're looking at everything that you whatever you are buying, and then they're either like targeting ads. I don't know. It's just crazy, and I'm gonna get off of that subject because I could go on and on and on. Oh, let me address this too. I know that a lot of you guys probably are like, can you just shut up and get to the readings? I'll do it in a minute. The UFOs. Oh my God. People are asking me, are they real? Are they here? Okay. Let me give you a little scoop, a little previews before I actually do a video on that. Because I've been working on some stuff. I'm gonna give you a video about UFOs. Yes, they are here. UFOs are real. I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I don't need mental help. This is not a fantasy. They are real and they are here and they're watching us. There have been a lot of sightings. People have said that these are drones. They're not drones, honey. These are the UFOs. These are extraterrestrials that are here, that they're not here to harm us. They're here to help us with this. Because what happens, think about it. If the human population is extinct and the world itself as a whole comes to being extinct or partially extinct, I'm not going to get into the scientific aspects of it, but I'm going to tell you what Spirit revealed to me. Like, if some people, like a mass, millions of people died off the face of the earth, they're no longer feeding their trees. They're no longer watering plants. They're no longer tending to the earth. The earth is going to be unbalanced. When that happens, when the earth, one planet in the solar system is off balance, which is, there's tons of different light beings and things out there that we don't even know about, and they're off balance, it's going to create an off balance for those beings and those planets. Everything that happens in one planet affects other planets in the solar system. So again, you may not understand, or you may not like want to accept that UFOs are real, but they are real, honey, and they are here and they're watching. And so they're here to kind of help with this virus. They know that we're in dire need and that this 5G technology is not something that they approve of. They don't like it. They know exactly what it does, and it will affect them too. So they're not going to allow, even though they're probably will roll out the 5G like they want to. The aliens already have like a backup plan, to stop it from hurting humanity as a whole. So that's the thing that I haven't spoken about, but they are helping us. They are here to help us, and they are aware of 5G. And trust me, they are going to stop it. They have technology that's way ridiculous. Like 5G is nothing to them. That's like a laugh. Like they have technology that is way above that. And so they're going to block it. I know a lot of people think that we're crazy because we believe, but I'm a star seed. A lot of you are star seeds. I'm Pleiadian. So I've always known this to be true. That's why my book is called Starseed Footsteps. And I don't talk about it a lot because a lot of people are like, oh, he's just crazy. He's loony. But really and truly, I really don't care what people think about me. It is what it is. If you look at the TV, even a lot of shows like on the History Channel, Ancient Aliens are talking about it. A lot of what they're talking about is the truth. So, yeah, there's a lot of things going on that, and that's the tea. I wish, I want to drink tea when I do these chats, but I have my Invisalign still. So it's just so tedious to have to take them off. And then you are like limited on what you can have, how long you can have them out. So it's like 2 hours per day is what they give me in a 24-hour cycle. I have to have these suckers on me for like 22 hours a day. So like I have to time out my meals and my snacks and things like that and make sure that I put them on right away and brush my teeth before I put them on. Because you have to have them on in order for them to work. Some people just use them at night. I wish I had that privilege, but since my teeth were pretty kind of like spaced out and I had an underbite and a crossbite, now they are right. See, my top teeth are now over my bottom teeth, but I really like the Invisalign. All right, so let me get back into the reading. Sorry, I got distracted. Like there's so much tea that I wanted to share. I could be here for hours. Okay, let me see here. Marissa. Oh, a lot of people. Naomi. Oh my God. Okay, so the next person I think that donated was Naomi. I'm trying to get closure with an ex Luis. I wanted to know if there will be any contact for him this year. Okay, so let me ask for you. This is for Naomi T. Thank you so much for your donation. I wish that YouTube wouldn't take a proceeds from the donations. They take like what 20% or something like that. So that's why I mentioned Venmo if you want to donate, or PayPal. Let me just type it out here. Okay. That way that you guys know if you ever want to donate to the channel or to help, you can do it to one of those two places as well. Okay, Naomi. I feel like a part of you wants to continue to hear from this person, but I got the death card for you, which for me, it's pretty final. I feel like if you do hear from him, it's not going to be what you expected. Things are not going to be the same. The death card for me really means that the relationship is dead. Like there is a finality to it, and their spirit is trying to get you to heal. Your angels are trying to get your soul to heal so that you can move on from this person. There's so many questions that you have about why he did what he did, why he came into your life, what was the purpose, does he still think about you? I really don't feel like he is focused on you. He seems very self-centered, very focused on thyself, which is kind of like narcissist, okay? And I get the Queen of Wands for you, which is you. That represents you, you being communicative. You may have a hunch to reach out to him, but there's something about you don't feel comfortable doing so. And I wouldn't recommend you doing that because, again, it's not about you having the power, the control, but knowing and recognizing when something is no longer good for you, or, you're in a shedding phase. And the next card validates that with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing for you. You're not going to be in the same spot that you were with Luis in the past. Okay. So that I hope helps you in some way. I don't feel like he's a bad person, like I said, and I don't feel like he's necessarily a narcissist, but I do feel like he's got his own issues and things, and he has to focus on himself. And I feel like you're both on two different wavelengths. So, that's the honesty, what I get from spirit. You may not like what I just said, and a lot of people don't like when I do readings and I give them exactly what I see. And some people want to know everything, they want to know the good and the bad. And some people are just like, well, this didn't make any sense because No, that's not what I wanted to hear. And I never sugarcoat. I always give it to you straight. However, spirit wants me to give it to you. I'm just the messenger. So I would let go, hun. I know that it's hard, but ultimately you have your free will. As a spiritual advisor, I can't tell you you should let go or you should do that, but that's what spirit feels like you should do in order to get closure. And it's not going to be easy. Okay, Kelly, Alien, will I pass my test, Ray? I'm getting discouraged. Okay, you are going to pass it, but you may have to take it another 2 times before you do so. Okay, that's what I'm getting. I feel like there is some fear. I feel like you have problems with testing. Where like when I was in college, I had a lot of problems when it came to testing because my brain wasn't wired that way. I was very book smart and very smart in class, but when it came to tests, I didn't necessarily freak out, but I guess I overanalyzed or I didn't understand the questions. And then when you have a test, you have to think about it. You're like put in a spot where you have to, finish a test by a certain time. You have to get things done. You're like timed in tests, like either it's like 90 minutes or whatever. And that's generous. Some tests are like 20, 30 minutes to finish it. So you will pass it, but I feel like it may not be this coming time. Okay, Marissa Munoz, she says, I started publicly marketing energetic healing services that my partner is gifted with. Can this be a successful endeavor to pursue? So I guess you're asking, Marissa, if you doing public marketing would be helpful? Or are you asking whether or not your partner would be successful through you helping market? I feel like you were asking about your own self, but kind of using that as an example. Let me scroll down and see. If you're on, Marissa, can you please elaborate that? I'm still going to pull some cards for you. You're welcome, Naomi. James, I don't have Cash App. I need to get on the ball and get Cash App. Oh, Miss Carabiana says, did you see that, Ray? What? Did I see what? Guys, this feed goes like, whoosh. I have about 102 people, so it's like, it's crazy. Thank you, Regina Springman. She says, hi, Ray, I love listening to you. Okay. All right, let me get back up here to Marissa. Okay. Yes. 2 of Cups, passion. This is you and your partner working together. This is like synergy. You also loving this. I feel like, Marissa, you're going to be loving what you're doing with the marketing. There's a lot of decision making, a lot of doubt still with the 2 of Pentacles, but with the next card here, which is, let me see here, the 8 of Pentacles, it's a lot of hard work. It's going to require hard work. It's going to require dedication if you want to pursue this marketing, services. And this goes for your partner too. It's going to require tenacity, determination, and not getting discouraged easily. Remember, people didn't get successful overnight. It takes time. All right, Laura, any messages for the higher self, please? Laura H. Okay, you are on a journey, Laura H. This is what's coming through from Spirit, the Three of Wands. You looking out at the future. Your future is bright. You have a lot of good things, just like this card. When we look at the Three of Wands, it represents communication, it represents travel, it represents planning, it represents you receiving good news. The color, notice the difference in the cards in the background. This is yellow. It's a very happy color. It symbolizes good things. We got the Hermit card. So something in you right now feels very lonely, excuse me, or it could be something that you're dealing with later on this year, kind of like feeling a little bit lonely. And as I was talking about the path that you're on a very spiritual path, Laura. And so you're coming into your gifts, but you're also going to be befriending someone that is like acts like a teacher, whether this is a spiritual advisor, this is a psychic medium, or this is somebody else that acts kind of like the Hierophant. It also could symbolize yourself as the Hierophant, someone that is seeking spirituality and wanting to be more in that zone of themselves and their gifts, like you honing onto your spiritual gifts as an empath, as an intuitive, as someone that has, I want to say, you have clairvoyance. You can see things, but you doubt yourself, and you can also hear things. You have clairaudience, so you're very clairaudient, but you sometimes hear this in this form of your own self, your own voice. That's spirit guides. All right. So I hope that helps you. All right. 44 of 144,000. Thank you so much. I just love you. I'm a melanated girl. Yes, shout out to, I'm part black, and I've always said it and I don't care. Anyways, I look white, but I'm not. I love you. I'm a melanated girl, and I always felt that you were my brother from another girl. You are amazing. She's so sweet. She just donated $5, just to say that. Thank you so much. I always am proud to shout out my black heritage that I have, my African American ancestry, and I think a lot of people in the very beginning, a lot of black people that were looking at my channel that weren't followers or rays of light were like thinking that I was using black people or doing readings on black people, like public black figures, to kind of milk the system or to kind of like earn views or something like that. I actually received a lot of hate in the beginning, and then I had to speak out about it and tell people that like I am part black myself, like I have that in my ancestry and I'm very proud of it. And people are like, you're just another white boy trying to, it's just crazy. But there's people that are black, that are in the black community, that will not accept people like me that are mixed, and that's the issues that I have, and the reason that I'm so passionate about people embracing their race and their mixture. I consider myself like a mutt, like somebody that is mixed with different races. And I don't think anybody has like a pure bloodline. We all have, if you go back into your ancestry, we all have melanated, ancestors in our black, on our bloodline, or Portuguese or German. There's always a mixture of stuff. So let me pull a card for you. A couple of cards. Brendan Snyder says, I have them too, but I wear them at night. They're annoying. I should wear them more often, but I don't. They are annoying. Like, I love Invisalign, but you can feel the plastic or whatever material in your teeth. Like, you can feel them in your mouth. And I have to wear rubber bands at night. People don't know this. I have to wear rubber bands going from the top to the bottom at night. So like I have like those jaws that kind of like spring open. Okay, so for the 44,000, I got you the Queen of Wands. This is what came out. So you're very assertive. You know what you want. I feel like you're very nurturing, very giving, but sometimes that can leave you feeling empty. With this cup here, the 5 of Cups, okay? You give too much of yourself at times. People can easily take advantage of your kindness. So Spirit wants you to be very aware of that. There are big changes coming for you with the Wheel of Fortune card. Seems like a lot of people are getting the Wheel of Fortune card. I wish I would get that in my readings when I do my own readings for myself. And then I got the Ten of Cups. Girl, you have a lot of positive things coming to you. A lot of positive things. Like, focus on your family. Like, there's a lot of focus on celebrations, on family, on romance, on all that, on those levels. You have a lot of good karmic energy. Like, you have good karma overall. That's what I kind of get from you. What Spirit is saying, this, like, they were like, tell her she has good karma. A lot of people don't have good karma. Trust me. The lessons are very, very hard. Okay, Loretta Houston. I was told I had psychic abilities. Which ones do I have? And do you know my spirit guides' names? Girl, I can only answer one question. If you want to set up a private session, all my readings are $80. Well, not all my readings, but my psychic readings by email are $80 right now. They are on sale until further notice, for those of you that are tuning in. And the turnaround is 5 to 8 weeks, but it usually doesn't take that long. And then I offer emergency readings with a turnaround time of 72 hours. And then my 12-month readings are on sale. So my psychic readings and my 12-month yearly outlook readings for the next 12 months in your life are on sale until further notice. You can check it out on my website, which, let me put my website here since I don't have that. And moderators, feel free to put this information ever so often in the comments if you want. That's my website. That's for Loretta Houston. So I can tell you your spirit guides in private, because I have to actually like focus on that energy to get it. Since a lot of energy is here, Loretta, I can't give, but I can tell you that you have one of your ancestors that has passed that is a spirit guide. And I actually feel like this is a male. Okay. Okay, Loretta. Oh my God. So I'm going to focus on your abilities. I will say that you are a claircognizant, meaning that you have the ability of knowing things about information, like a clear understanding or a clear knowing of people, places, things, and events without even knowing how you know this information that you shouldn't know, but you do. You have like my gift on that part. I also feel like you have, they're saying clairvoyance. So you could see things, like you can see things like visions in either in your dreams or in awake state. You know things, like you can see energies and you can see visions of things that are going to happen. What comes up for you here, interestingly enough, let me see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the nine of swords. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't count. 8 of swords. This represents air energy. It represents more of here. Okay, so you have some limitations or blocks that are preventing your psychic abilities. It's like you feel trapped, or you don't feel like you can like tap into these gifts because there is some external worries or concerns that are going on that's affecting your spiritual and mental health. Not that you're mental or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But when we look at the sign of the swords, that's an air sign that represents the air. It represents swift movement. But these are illusions. When we look at this card, for me, it represents an illusion. A lot of this is like you feel if you ever get this card and you feel like trapped, it's more of self-created fears. And that's what I kind of feel for you. But you're going to overcome that, because we have here the 6 of swords. I believe this is the 6 of swords. You're moving away from this. There's some big moves. Like, you're going to overcome this again. All right. And you're going to be very successful at tuning into your gifts. Ace of Wands, communication, you owning it, like standing in your power. Queen of Wands, you're owning it. You're going to get to that point. Like, I feel like you're already there. Work with oracle cards, work with some tarot cards, work with the Rider-Waite, and specifically pick up my deck. I'm actually going to put my deck, it's retailing for $29. I'm going to put it on sale for $20. in my shop. So for those of you that are interested in picking up a copy of Starseed Oracle Footsteps, I'm sorry, Starseed Footsteps Oracle cards. Oh my God, I sound dyslexic. Not that I'm making fun of anybody, but like, I honestly feel like I went undiagnosed because sometimes I say things kind of like twist words and I don't mean to. Um, all right. So I got that. I'm just reading the comments. When E. Lopez asked, when is New York going to begin to get better? July, hun. It's going to be in July. Not like it's going to go back like immediately back to like the way New York City was thriving and vibing and everybody. It's going to be just like 9/11. Like, you know, after 9/11, how everybody was very careful. It took years to get back, but you know, a couple of months later, people were coming together. That's the good thing about New York City. Even though it's very spiritual and it's got a lot of population, the people there are just so humble and y'all stick together like family. And so by July, I keep hearing spirits say by July, New York is going to be kind of like being able to breathe and feeling a little bit more relaxed and kind of getting back into the groove of things. Okay. That's an estimated timeline. Keep in mind, things can change from people to people. All right. Sunflower 2010. She asks, any messages from me? Sunflower, you have some issues going on with your throat chakra and communication. Because when I tune into you, when I read your question, I immediately felt it right here. You should be wearing like malachite or like lapis lazuli or azurite, which is like this crystal here on your by your throat chakra around your neck as a pendant. Um, and meditate, like journaling is going to be good for you to get a lot of things that you have pinned up inside out because you have a lot of stagnant energy when it comes to your throat chakra. You also need to go with a local Reiki master or somebody that does Reiki, maybe remotely, to get some healing because you have a lot of your chakras that are not balanced right now. Your solar plexus is one, your throat chakra, and also your crown chakra. Got the King of Swords. King of Swords. It feels like obstacles. It feels like there's somebody oppressive in your life. I don't know who this is or who this was. Very oppressive, feels very dominating, very much like they knew how to get inside of your mind or what to say. And it's kind of stayed with you for a long time. And then with the Six of Pentacles, finding balance, finding yourself. This could even be legal issues down the road. Not necessarily something like bad, but maybe like something like a ticket that you have to pay or like a settlement of a case. But there's something about money and legal system for you. And then we got here 8 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walking away from something or a situation or a person and feeling kind of, you feel kind of like, I feel like you're going through something in your life where you are wanting to like move away from a situation or a person, but you're struggling with it. Whoever this King of Swords was, that's what Spirit is referring to, and walking away from this person. Okay. Something very messy, something just wasn't a good vibration. Hold on to it if it doesn't make sense. This could be future oriented for you, but I feel like this may have been in the past or possibly in the present. It just doesn't feel good. It feels like you have a lot of worries behind that. So hold on to those messages. And that was for Sunflower 2010. All right, Elemento H6. I've been trying to connect with my guides. Are there specific signs I can look for? Can you see how they have been communicating with me? Yes, they use a lot of signs and symbols for you. things like songs, a lot of music. You have a lot of connection to music. Also, things that you see out your window or when you're out and about, when we could be out and about more. Even TV shows, as weird as it sounds, anything that you're watching on TV, you could like be scrolling and see something like a song or like a post, a meme, and you're like, what is this saying? Because there's a lot of people that go and they see memes or they see posts and they're like, I was just thinking about that today. And that's how spirit guides work with us. It's like putting things in our path for us to see. And it doesn't always have to be here in the mind where they talk to you or through your ear, because they can communicate either way. Or they can even come to you in the dream, in your dreams, as people that you wouldn't recognize. But for you, I feel like it's visual. It's like things that you would be seeing, and these are messages and signs that they are there with you. And you have two women that are your spirit guides. And that's for Elemento H6. Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, she is amazing. Amazing. I was say amazing. I have a lisp. I apart from like my dyslexia that I have, like I cannot pronunciate words very clearly, or like things sound like a lisp because of these things that I have on my teeth. Picasso's Mistress Tarot just donated. Would like to know what are the good spirits of the what are the good spirits of the house want me to know. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna pull some cards for you. There is a female in your house. I think you already know that. She is an older lady. She is around you. Something is coming through with the cats. So I don't know if you have a cat, or this could be a picture, a statue, something like that. There's something with the cats that this person likes, like a connection to cats. You also have a very strong connection to Egypt, to Bastet. You come from that line of people that had connections to the ancient cats, to the Bastet. That's what I keep hearing. So look up that if it doesn't make sense to you now. Look that up, because you have a bloodline that comes from that time frame. You have Egyptian blood, and you would benefit from having like something of like a pyramid symbol, or maybe like something Egyptian, like Isis, the goddess Isis, because again, you got the Tower card. This is for Picasso's Mistress Tarot. Big changes coming for you, okay? Big changes. You got the World card. The World card, a lot of choices, a lot of things coming up. You got the Hangman, feeling like your hands are tied behind your back, just like this, but change is coming. Okay, and then you got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of communication going on with the Eight of Wands, all right? And you got the Hierophant, you seeking more of and trusting your spiritual knowledge, seeking out a teacher, like seeking out guidance and having things revealed to you. They're going to be coming and being revealed to you. So I feel like overall your energy is good. I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like you've done a lot of inner healing. You've done a lot of protection work around your house and your space. This is for Picasso's Mistress Tarot. It feels good. You feel very like a very balanced person. But again, there are some fears, some worries, some things that you're concerned about, but let that go. Okay. But again, remember about the pyramids. You can get organite pyramids, or they have crystals that are in the shape of pyramids, and you can get that. Okay. Spiritual heart. My mom and I have been sick with mono. Do you see us recovering soon? That is a health question, hun. And I really, really can't answer that on here. So if you want to ask a different question, I'll be able to do that. I try to stay away from answering these unless spirit gives it to me. Like I can tell you, like I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose people, but I am a medical intuitive. I can see things, but I don't feel comfortable answering that here on here. So if you want to like message me privately or like email me privately, I can do that for you and kind of like tell you what I see. But here publicly on a public forum, I can't do that because again, this falls into the medical, and that's not my area of expertise. I do feel positive around you, positive energy, and I do see healing, other people praying for you, including myself and people here on my group for Rays of Light for you and your mom. So my heart goes out to you, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's horrible. Carolyn Tracy, can you tell me if I'll still be able to get a new job with the current climate? You will. But it may take some time, 4 to 6 months, to be honest. It could be sooner, but that's what I see. Bea Bejka, will my relationship with my daughter improve? No, and I'm sorry. And I know that you want it to improve, but I honestly feel like she takes after her father, or that side of the family, and it's not going to change. It's not going to change for the better for a while. Okay. Okay. Janice, I have been wanting to get my own place for a while. Do you see that happening anytime this year? No, Janice, it's not going to happen probably until 2021, but at the end, like the latter part, fall or winter of that time. This month, I mean, this year, I don't see it happening. Crochet Jewel, you see anything for me with your guides? Okay, I love that you have your photo here. You are very good, vibrant energy. For you, it's learning to set healthy boundaries for yourself. Crochet Jewel, um, healthy boundaries against people in your family or other people that are trying to like, um, kind of disrupt your peace. And then also money comes in and they're talking about your business. They're talking about entrepreneurship, business. I keep hearing business, business, business. So I don't know if you own a business or starting it up. They're talking about that. And that's what they want you to focus on. You're going to have success in your career. So whether this is like a business that you're developing, etc., you are going to be successful on it. Oh, Amari Baines, love you too, girl. Let's see here. Miles Clark. Oh, I didn't see Miles. Let me see. Let me go over here. Guys, thank you for having my back and deleting Flamingo Fan. I get so much hate from people. Like, I don't even understand. Deborah Hannah, thank you so much. Let me pull some cards and then from Miles. For Miles, let me pull for Miles because Miles is a client, but not only that, he's such a sweet person. Okay. Miles has been asking. Okay, Miles, let's see what's coming up for you. Miles, immediately they're talking about your career, your personal life. You have a lot of goals, okay? You have a lot of good things coming for you. Wow. Okay, you have the Knight of Cups. Somebody that's represents you. I feel like you are very chivalrous towards people. You treat people with respect, but you don't always get that back. You're very giving. You like to make sure that people feel good and that you leave them better than you found them. That's you. You're going places. You're conquering your fears right now, Miles. That's from Miles Clark. You're conquering with the Page of Swords. Is somebody that's conquering their fears. This is like you're entering like a new part of yourself, or like discovering a new part of yourself that you've had hidden for so long. And then you feel lonely. You feel lonely with the Hermit card. I feel like you're on a quest for love or a quest for authentic friendships and relationships. And then I get that you need to be careful because I have the Five of Swords, which if you can see this guy, like he's the guy in the green, he's like He's laughing, but the guys in the yellow are actually the good guys. That's the way I interpret it. Like, other readers may not interpret it like that. But even though they walk away defeated, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes what we think we want and what we get is not always good for us. So the Spirit wants you to be careful with friendships. People, there's going to be a lot of shedding of friendships and walking away from these. And that's for Miles Clark. And you have something coming in over the next 2 years, love wise. Okay, your love life is highlighted here. So there is some kind of a form of affection, love coming in for you, Miles. New beginnings. I'm very excited for you. Hold on to those messages. Now we'll be working on your private reading. And again, we already touched on that. So I hope that this helps in the meantime. All right. And then Deborah Hannah donated. Kathy Oliver, for you, let me see. Let me do Deborah Hannah first. You're welcome, Miles. Brienne, she's so funny. She says, Ray, will I be popular on social media? Girl, everybody wants to be on social media, like, and be popular and stuff. Remember, don't qualify your worth by numbers and likes. Just because somebody has a following of 100,000 people does not mean that they're a good person. It doesn't mean that they are better than anybody else. We're all the same. And I try to remember that. I have a following, but I don't think that I'm better than anybody else, because I know that, it doesn't define me. The numbers don't define me. It's good to have the numbers and to look at them. Like Malcolm and I were talking about it. MJ, we're talking about numbers, but try not to focus on it. Deborah Hannah, you got here the 6, 7. No, let me see. 3. No, the 6 of Wands. You're going on a journey. There's going to be some traveling after all this is said and done. Ace of Swords. You're going to be accomplishing your goals around work, career. New opportunities are coming to you. The Queen of Pentacles. Money is coming to you. Even though you may feel like you're struggling right now, or there's some fears about that, about the future. Ooh, you got the Devil card. So you need to be careful around a love relationship, something in that area. When the Devil card appears, there is something kind of dark in a relationship or a friendship that is like the opposite of the Lover's card, okay? So just pay attention to any kind of codependencies, any kind of people that are, or someone that is kind of like manipulative or a narcissist. Just pay attention to those outlooks. And excuse me. Another thing about this Invisalign, it dries your mouth, like the back of your throat. It's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't like to talk about it, but like, people think because I have a clientele base that's huge that I haven't been hurt or hit from this whole coronavirus, but my business has been impacted. So like, your donations really do help me to continue to do what I do and produce the content. And I really, really am grateful for all of you. Like, I'm just like all of my other peers, and I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it or say anything about it because maybe they feel like they're going to be judged, or it's like an ego thing. But for me, I keep it very real. This coronavirus has impacted a lot of people. A lot of people cannot spend on a psychic reading right now because of, their situation. And I fully get it. But yeah, that's why I'm doing a lot of these lives as well, to help you guys that cannot maybe afford a donation. So I'm not just doing readings on donations. I'm also scrolling through here and reading people that haven't donated. Crystal asks, hi Ray, should I stay with my partner Ryan or should I move on? I was involved with a man named Myron and I missed him. Should I reach out? Okay, Spirit is saying for you to like take a breather. Not Ryan, not Myron, none of those. No, like you need some time for yourself. Look what comes up. That's you, hun. Even though it's a man, that's you. You're not a man, you're a female, but this represents how you feel. You feel weathered. You feel like you've been through the storm. Like this has taken a lot of energy out of you. God knows. battles, nasty attitudes you've had to been fending off, people like you had to feel like you had to protect yourself, or like you had to kind of like defend your position, your stance. Justice is going to be served, okay? So good things are coming to you, but you need to let go of all the relationships for the time being. Focus on yourself and don't focus on love. You're going to have somebody that comes in possibly before this year is over, okay? Or somebody that you're in going to be like falling in love with. And again, it could be 2021, but I do get this year. But you need to focus on yourself and let these guys that are in your past go. They're no good. Helena Lopez, for you, it's going to be about not so much about your neighbors, but try contact me offline. I'm not going to talk about it here since it's very public, but I have something that works, that will work for you, okay, to stop a lot of this nonsense and foolery. This is going to be like witchy things that you can do to protect yourself. So contact me offline, Elena Lopez, and email me, celebritypsychicmediumray@gmail.com. Since you donated, I'll remember. Okay, Brendan Snyder, my best friend introduced me to your channel, and I've been watching you for months now. We both love you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate you guys. I come from an authentic place. I know a lot of people don't think that. I have trolls that come and they follow me, and people that are just like, well, if you're psychic, blah, 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 like they don't understand. They don't like my psychic readings, the things that I do. One of the things that I found very weird, like I've tried to like align myself with some people that are like in the spotlight, that I feel like are like they are very inspiring to people, and I try to help them. And well, I want to help them, bring them on my show, Soul Chat with Ray. And I've messaged some of these people, and I got crickets. Like, I guess I'm not like famous enough. I'm not on the E network. I'm not, on TV, even though that's one of my goals, to be on TV. But I'm not upset about it. I'm just seeing, there's a lot of people that it's driven by money. The industry is driven by money. And if you are approaching them with something and they're not earning some kind of money, they're not going to take you seriously. Or if you're not like well known in their clique or circle, they're not going to take you seriously. And a lot of people are just, I guess, are very skeptical, and they're just are very afraid to let someone in. So they have a lot of doubts. It's crazy. Okay, Jessica Rosario. Need to be patient, hun. There's something about patience coming through. Focus on a love life. There is a male, either in your past or present, but there is something about a male that's kind of oppressive, stuck in his ways, and you may be waiting, kind of manipulative. There's something about this person that is very sexual. Hold on to that. King of Swords. You got a lot of masculine, a lot of testosterone energy in your reading here. King of Swords. And then if you are single, Jessica Rosario, this is the reason why. Like, whoever these men or man was in the past, like, you need time away. Oops. So that way you can kind of like regain yourself. So like for you, it's like, when is love coming in? That's the question. That's kind of like what I feel. And there's a lot of people from the past, or people that you were in a relationship with, that you question, like, when am I going to find true love? When am I going to be happy? That's kind of like what I see. And I feel like you have so much cords, like a spider web kind of attached to these people from the past, that you haven't let go or cut those, and it's creating stagnation, and it's creating blocks from you being able to move forward. Okay. I'm confused about moving. I have to move by next month. Karmic Life. Karmic Life says, I'm confused about moving. I have to move by next month. Actually, I know that you said you have to move, but I feel like it's going to be prolonged. I don't know why. It could be through the pandemic that's going on. But let me see what comes up with you. You'll be moving. I don't know exactly if it's going to be within a month, but it could be like within 2 months. You see that? We got here the what is it? The Four of Cups, and you got the Tower. So there's big changes for you. You're moving. That's what Spirit says. You're going to be moving, but you're kind of confused about it. You're going to find the right place or the right person to move with, but you're going to be moving. That's her karmic life. Ramona Carrion. Okay, let's see what comes in. Cynthia Lawrence. Should I go back to my job? Honestly, that's something I feel like a lot of people are not going to want to go back to their job, especially if they were unhappy. But honestly, I feel like it's better than being on unemployment. So a lot of people think unemployment is good, and it's not good. The longer that you're out on unemployment, um, or out of a job, employers don't want to hire people like that because they see it almost like you're milking the system, even though you're not. That's the mentality that a lot of recruiters and HR staff have. Trust me, I know, because I was unemployed for about 4 months back in 2014 when I worked at a call center that got shut down. And it took me a long time. And I asked one of my interviewers after I found out I didn't get the job, I was like, why are you, what? She was like, why are you wasting my time? You've been on unemployment. You obviously don't want to be. And I was like insulted. I was like, I'm not wanting to be unemployed. I want a job. But the fact was that that's how they look at it. A lot of them have that tunnel vision, and so they only see that. So I feel like you should go back to your job and look for another job while you are still employed. If you can go back to your job, go back to your job. That's for Cynthia Lawrence. Okay, Ramona Carrion, you have here the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Swords. A lot of worries. You have a lot of worries. A lot of worries about people in your life, family. Okay. Got to be careful. There is a male that they're talking about in your life, quite possibly. Someone that's being very deceptive. You're going to feel very alone, lonely. This is Ramona Carrion. But things are going to get better with the World card. You're going to have options. This is a cycle, completion of a cycle for you. So things are not going to be the way that they are now, but be aware of a young male in your life. This could be a son, your daughter's, or like, I'm just giving an example, like somebody in your family, their boyfriend, etc. Just be careful with that situation. Okay. Okay. Spiritual Heart says, hi Ray, I donated. And can you change my health question to what you see in store for my mom and I? Yes, let me just see. Sultry sister Ray, should I retire and move out of state? No, and yes. You should not retire yet. Girl, you could still do your thing and earn money. The people that retire often get very bored and they go back into work. It's like, why did you even retire? And for you, I feel like Spirit is saying, don't retire yet. And yes, you do need to move, but you won't do it until you fully retire. So yes, no, and yes. Okay, with your mom, this is going back to Spiritual Heart for you and your mom. I see a journey here. This could be like a business venture, like a lot of planning. You have a very soul bond with your mother, with the Queen of Cups. She's everything for you. But I also feel like sometimes y'all both can get on each other's nerves because with this card with the Four of Swords, there's like you need some rest. Okay, you need some time apart from one another. Okay, but there is focus on finances. I feel like you were put into her life and born to her to kind of help her get out of a certain like way of seeing things. And also help her and protect her, because even though she's an adult and maybe doesn't need protection in many ways, like I feel like you have some wisdom in you that um you help her see things from a different perspective. Um but she is always going to have final say in your life with the Queen of Swords. That's your mom. She's very, very much to the point and will tell you like it is. And you can't change her, but you do love her. So that's what I see. Like, I feel like your bond is going to be good. Things are going to be good for y'all. Okay. Venus says, "Hi, Ray. Will my ex stop coming after me soon?" It's an exhausting situation, the one that you're going through. No. This person is very obsessed here, not too good. They're not going to go away. It's like you are the object of their obsession. If you don't have a restraining order from this person, Spirit is talking about, like, I don't know how they can be, but I feel like they can snap and be a certain way for your protection. Like, I feel like you should definitely not entertain it, because I feel like also on a certain level that you kind of like to tell him his piece, or tell that person, their piece of worth. And it's just a lot of going back to the past, like accusations and things like that. Um, Stephanie Chacon, she says, "Do you have any messages from my parents who passed away from me? I miss them so, so much." Okay. With your parents, I do get a male stepping forward, and I don't know if they spoke like Spanish, but I keep feeling like a connection to the another language. That's what I keep hearing. And I also keep seeing for you like a lot of roses being handed to you. So they're guiding you from the other side. There are going to be some blessings that manifest, Stephanie, in your life, especially around your love life, because I feel like you feel lost in many ways since they're no longer here. Um, well, the guy, your father, like I keep getting a male father figure, but there's also another male on the other side that passed away too. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a brother of your father or somebody else, like an uncle, but there is another guy on the other side as well. Your mom is not coming through. I don't connect her energy, but the guy, your father, yes. So they're guiding you, and you're loved, and you just need to know that they are with you. There's also something about sweetbread, so I don't know if they had like one of them loves sweetbread, so they keep showing me a tray of like sweet pastries and things like that, and coffee in the morning. Okay, let's see here. Lady K, the lucky one. What can you tell me about this new guy I'm dating? He's a Capricorn. He's much older than me. You two are gonna get on each other's nerves. Like, even though I feel like he's been around the block a couple of times, he wants control, and I feel like he also feels very young at heart. So he's gonna be flirtatious with other people. I'm just telling you to be prepared. This is for Lady K, the lucky one. He's an OG. Okay. I don't know if like who's the person that who's the person that wears the gold tooth. Like, I see somebody with the gold tooth. So I don't know who that is, but there's somebody also if that's not him, there sorry. There's a guy that's coming into your life that has a gold tooth, if that's not him. There's something about gold and a pinky ring. That's for Lady K, the lucky one. TG, hi Ray, will this Libra ever commit and settle down with me? There's fears about that. And I don't know if they've been accused of not being loyal, but it feels like they are not going to settle. That's what I get. They're not going to settle. I'm just Hmm. I'm just reading the comments here. All right, guys, I am putting it up for the day. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and getting the tea from Spirit. I am exhausted, but not only that, I'm just laughing because I hear things and I see things, and the guy with the gold tooth took me out. Like, I don't know who this is for this person, but they came in and I just saw a snapshot, like a snap, a vision of it, and this guy laughing like this is a character. So anyways, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll be back next week again live. Stay tuned to my recipe. It's coming out tonight, honey. Let's get into it. It's going to be about an ultimate vegan lemon loaf cake. You're going to be wanting to take a slice from the screen out there. Sean, the Leslie, Michelle, Nicole, TG, and all my new moderators. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. God bless you. Bye.